this video, we'll take a closer look at the underlying root causes and show you how to put preventative strategies in place to protect milk quality in the long term. Now that the issue has been resolved, the next step is making sure it doesn't come back. A common root cause is udder hygiene, which is covered in detail in video 6 entitled Cow Preparation. If the problem keeps reoccurring, it's likely that one or more underlying causes are at play, which is why it's important to investigate each one thoroughly. In this video, we'll walk through the most common root causes listed here and take a closer look at each to help you build a more resilient milk quality system. To effectively remove milk and mineral residues, your wash routine must meet key temperature and volume standards. The water should start between 75 and 85 degrees. It must remain above 54 degrees by the end of the wash, which should last at least 10 minutes. You'll also need a minimum of 10 litres of water per milking unit. These parameters can be checked using a wash thermometer. It's important to verify the wash temperature, wash volume and wash duration on a regular basis. Gas water heating systems are ideal as they deliver 85 degrees on demand. Achieving consistent temperatures can be more challenging with other heating methods. This may affect cleaning performance. One of the most common issues in cleaning routines is underdosing of chemicals, or even running out of chemical altogether. Use 10 litres of water per milking unit and calculate the required volume for the wash. Make sure your wash trough holds the correct amount of water, either by measuring the trough or measuring against a vessel with a known volume of water. Then calculate the amount of chemical required. As a general rule of thumb, for the plant wash, liquid detergents or alkalis should be used at 1% concentration in cold water or 0.7% in hot water. Acids should be used at 1% concentration, whether in hot or cold water. If using a powder, the general rule of thumb is 500 grams per 100 litres. And as for the bulk tank, as a general rule of thumb, 70 to 100 mils per 1,000 litres of capacity. A bulk tank washes with 10 to 20 litres of water per 1,000 litres of capacity, and the chemical should be dosed at 0.7% for detergents and 1% for acids. Always check this with the bulk tank manufacturer and your chemical supplier. Automatic dosing systems should be checked regularly. A simple way to do this is by measuring the dose rate with a measuring jug. Alternatively, you can use a conductivity meter to check the chemical concentration in your wash water in real time, giving you confidence that the correct dose is being delivered. And finally, always read the label and follow the manufacturer's instructions, as weak or poorly formulated chemicals won't effectively break down residues. It's important to use a reputable chemical supplier, since not all products contain the same levels of active ingredients or essential components like surfactants, wetting agents or chelating agents. Using the wrong wash protocol or skipping steps can leave behind residues that compromise milk quality. It's important to know when to use acid, detergent, peracetic acid or all-in-one solutions. With so many protocols available, it can be confusing to choose the right one. That's why it's best to consult your milk supply manager. He or she can recommend the correct products and tailor a protocol to suit your dairy's specific needs, considering factors like plant size, hot water availability and water hardness. Using too little water during the pre-rinse, main wash or post-rinse can lead to poor cleaning and leave residues behind. If the pre-rinse volume is insufficient, milk residues may remain in the system, reducing the effectiveness of the detergent wash. Likewise, too little post-rinse water can result in a chemical residue being left behind. To ensure proper cleaning, it's essential to use the correct water volumes at each stage of the wash cycle. A high bacterial load or hard water can significantly reduce cleaning effectiveness. That's why regular testing is essential. Your milk supply manager can carry out an ATP test on site, or you can send a water sample to the central lab in Dungarvan for culture analysis. Water hardness is another key factor. High mineral levels can lead to a scale build-up on internal surfaces, giving bacteria a place to thrive. It also reduces the effectiveness of cleaning chemicals and can impair heat transfer in boilers. Your milk supply manager can test water hardness using simple test strips, or you can send a sample for more detailed analysis. Hard water will influence your choice of wash protocol, and installing a water softener is considered the gold standard for long-term mitigation. Vacuum lines, or indeed air lines, can be a reservoir for thermoduric bacteria and their spores. They can become an issue if the receiver jar overflows, either with milk or milk froth. It is important that vacuum lines are inspected regularly for milk residue and inspected and washed after every receiver jar breach. The vacuum line should be washed at least once per year as part of the milking machine service. If the vacuum line is not washed correctly, it has the potential to damage some expensive components. You should seek your service technician's advice on washing the vacuum line. Worn rubberware, blocked jets, or damaged seals can harbour bacteria and compromise cleaning effectiveness. Regular maintenance is essential to prevent TBC and thermoduric issues. It's also important to consider udder health, as failure to replace liners at the recommended intervals can contribute to mastitis and elevated somatic cell counts. Staying on top of equipment maintenance not only protects milk quality, but also supports cow health and overall herd performance. Now that you understand the root causes on your farm, it's time to put a prevention strategy in place. Key parameters like water temperature, chemical concentration, and wash volumes should be monitored regularly, as these can gradually change over time due to wear in the pipes or system components. Always use recommended chemicals and avoid choosing products based solely on price. Not all chemicals are created equal, and using low quality products can compromise cleaning effectiveness. Make sure all new staff are properly trained on your wash protocols, which should be clearly displayed in the dairy. Regular refresher training is also essential to maintain standards. Routine maintenance may seem costly or unnecessary, but its importance cannot be overstated. It's a key part of preventing recurring issues. Finally, if you're using well water, remember that while testing is legally required every 3 years, it's good practice to test at least once or twice a year. It's not expensive, and it plays a vital role in protecting milk quality. By tackling the root causes and putting effective prevention strategies in place, you're not just protecting your milk quality, you're helping Tier Lawn deliver higher value products, and ultimately that means better returns for you through an improved milk price.